Hi guys, it's Jeff again from Focus on Marketing. This is the next video in the series of wedding photography and how to be a wedding photographer, how to set up as a wedding photographer. Now, on the previous videos we discussed what is needed to be a wedding photographer, what sort of skill set you need other than being able to take photographs, the sort of kit you need to be a wedding photographer, how to niche and create your own brand, how to develop a wedding photography website, and on this video we're going to talk about pricing. Now I'm going to tell you how to create a really effective pricing strategy which can get you a lot more money for your wedding photography. Now what a lot of photographers do is they tend to sort of like look at what the competition are doing, get a rough idea for the price, and either try and give more than what the competition are giving or try and reduce the price from what the competition are doing. But obviously if you have your own brand and you have your own niche, then it's not too relevant what the competition are doing because you're specialising in a certain thing, which means you can charge a little bit more anyway. Sometimes some of my clients are charging double or if not treble what the local competition is charging. Now one thing I would get away from before you start doing anything is time and images. So a lot of photographers stipulate their pricing packages as 4 hours coverage, 6 hours coverage, 8, 10, 12. Now I think the bride isn't really too bothered about how many hours coverage she's getting. She just wants to know what you're actually going to cover. So what I do is make it quite simple. You either have a full day's wedding for coverage or a day and night wedding for coverage. Now if you think about a standard wedding, you have a daytime ceremony and then a meal, and then there's a little sort of break in the procedures, and then you usually get a nighttime party where additional guests come to the nighttime party. So that's where I make that break. So when the bride and groom go in for their food at the reception meal and they sit down, I'll quite often do the speeches first, and then once the speeches are done, that's me. So that is a daytime coverage. So the daytime is from the bridal preparations on the morning, quite often at the bride's house or the bride's mum's house or at the hotel, through the service, so the groom arriving, so the bridal preparations, the groom arriving, the bride arriving, the service, the group photographs after the service if they want group photographs, and maybe a second or third location where you go into a park or down to the beach for more photographs, then to the reception meal, and then as soon as people start to eat the meal, as soon as the speeches are finished, then that's me done. And that is what I class as a daytime wedding for coverage. The nighttime wedding coverage is when the guests start to arrive back for the nighttime, and then you've got maybe table photographs, groups, the first dance and the cutting of the cake. But normally you do the mock-up cutting of the cake just before the bride and groom sit down for food at the reception meal. So you get to do that cutting of the mock-up cutting of the cake shot when there's nobody else around. It's just you, the bride and groom, in the room without the guests about. Now another thing, like I said, is stipulating a number of images. A lot of photographers I've worked with, when I first started working with them, they'll say, oh, you know, my packages include 500 images, 800 images. I've seen photographers giving over 1,000 images. That's one hell of a lot of photographs to edit. And I personally think, what is the bride going to do with 1,000 images? Do you really want that many? What she wants is probably somewhere in the region of 200, 300 or 400 image maximum. But it's not the number of images, it's the quality, and it's whether you're capturing what she really wants. So that's where the communication, which I mentioned in the first video, the communication takes place, and you find out what she actually wants for her wedding day. So don't be drawn into promising a set amount of images or promising a set amount of time. Just say that you take unlimited photographs. So there isn't any limit on the number of photographs you'll take, but you're not going to say how many you're going to actually provide. Just say all the elements of your day will be captured in detail from the start to the finish. You know, unlimited photographs taken. Now, like I said, next year I will have completed over 800 weddings, and I can probably count on one hand the amount of times a bride has said to me, how many images will I get? When I say there's unlimited images taken, I'll just take whatever you want. And then what I'll do is I edit your images, and then you get a disc of the full day's worth of photography. That's it. I'm not committing myself to anything. If you commit yourself to 800 images and for some reason you can't provide 800 images on the day, then that's going to be one of the first things that the bride's going to complain about, that you haven't delivered. Likewise, you know, if you're doing something by time, if you're saying you're going to be there for 10 hours, but 10 hours could lead you right the way through the night, where if you're just doing a daytime coverage, you could have the job covered and done in 4 or 5 hours. And a lot of brides don't actually want a photographer on the night, you know. So if you give them that option, if you price your packages and the nighttime is an additional add-on or additional benefit for getting you along, you can say, well, there's an extra X amount of pounds for the nighttime coverage. They can then make the decision whether they want you there or they're just going to let friends and family capture the nighttime. So if you are there, you're getting charged an extra amount of money. If you're not, it means you can go, you haven't got that 2 or 3 hour wait between the daytime and the evening guests arriving, so you're not sitting around while they're having their meal. And it also means as well, when I was doing 80 weddings a year quite a few years ago when we were really, really busy, it was a relief to have weddings that didn't have the nighttime coverage, because it just meant on a Saturday I might finish at maybe 2 or 3 o'clock and I could just get home and enjoy a night off, you know, with the family, have a drink and relax, instead of still sitting around at a wedding waiting for the wedding to finish. So on the next video, the next step in the pricing, we'll talk about how to lay your price out to get more money. Now, I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.